Hello, everyone.
Hello everyone, I'm not sure I heard you, Alessandro. If you want to speak again.
Hello.
I did.
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now. All good. And I could hear Sarah. Okay, welcome. I think we should more or less be complete. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I declare the meeting to be opened. 18:32. Who would like to chair the meeting? If we have any volunteers.
I definitely can't share the meeting, but I can take notes.
Okay, so for the chairing, I can't do it. So I'm going to submit my name, and unless someone opposes, we will consider that we agree on me sharing. Okay, so that is settled. On to the next point for the secretary. Sarah volunteered. I'm writing it down, and same thing, unless someone opposes now, we will consider Sarah to be appointed as minute taker. Okay, that is done. On to the next point, which is the agenda. You can find a recap of the agenda from line 34. And you can cast your votes under point 0.3 at line 72.
Is this meeting not meeting 10 or meeting 11?
What do you mean?
I don't have the right meeting address.
It's number 9.
No, board meeting 9, board 9, meeting 9.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what's wrong. Okay, thanks.
Okay, we're missing only Marek, I think.
Yep. Just need to check quickly here.
Okay, Babak joined as well.
I'm wondering whether we should maybe add something to the agenda, either as other points of discussion or elsewhere, regarding the proposal by the Greek pirates. I have some updates regarding what's going on there.
You can take it under 2.1, agenda for the next council meeting, because that will be on the agenda of the next council meeting.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mob.
Okay, so there's no need to go back on that. For Marek and Babak, we are usually using the meeting notes. I'm sending the link once again in the chat to cast our votes on specific points. So here we reviewed the formal points, some of them at least, and we are voting on the agenda approval on line 82. So if you want, you can write down your name to cast your votes, starting on line 82. Okay, thank you very much, that's everyone. So on to the approval of the previous board meetings minutes. I have added the no, because I copied something in the meantime. Okay, so I have added the link towards the wiki, so you can have a look and formally confirm the minutes. Same thing, you can confirm, yeah, by casting your votes. Okay, so Marek and Babak, to make sure that you are following us, because maybe it's not clear enough. Yeah, we are on the approval of the minutes of the last meeting. So point 0.4 on line 89. Yeah, and I can see your votes coming in. Thank you. On to the next point, the confirmation of any decisions we took between meetings. This time round, it's only for everyone to be aware that we decided to appoint Carl as a contact person with the European Citizen Initiative team working on the Stop Killing Games initiative. So yeah, maybe at some point we should get rid of that in the rules of procedure, because we are voting 2 times effectively. But yeah, this is useful still to make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on, and you can cast your vote to confirm the decision on line 102. And to give a bit of a background specifically to Babak, who recently arrived in the board, when we take decisions outside of board meetings, we have votes open on discourse, either until everyone voted or like for 1 week max. And then, yeah, we double check during the meetings. Okay, that is all the we are missing Alessandro. Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm coming, sorry.
Yeah, it's line 104. Okay, on to the written reports. The only report submitted was MAB, giving us some news from the European Parliament. and the work he did on the ECI. I will give you a few seconds to read. And now let's move on to point number 1, about the decisions without discussions. So we need to firmly decide for the time and place of the next board meeting. The current proposal is that it should happen on the 13th of February 2025, 6:30. And I'm prompting you to vote on line 128.
That's tight with my schedule, but it's doable. As long as we stick to the meeting times, that's doable. I won't be able to stay late though.
Okay. Okay, last vote needed is yours, Sarah.
Sorry about that.
128.
I'm on it.
Okay, so the date
I was just
is
checking my schedule.
confirmed. Moving on to point number 2, with discussions about the agenda for the next council meeting. The council meeting will be on the 23rd of February, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And now a draft proposal was added by MAB on the discourse. Please open the link on line 131 and have a look. As an introduction, the base idea is to keep it as straightforward as possible. That's when we will have annual reports, the election of the new boards,
Mhm.
the budget, and the out of regular piece is the motion on the Palestinian conflict.
Yep.
That was postponed there by the previous council meeting.
Yes. I've been following up a little bit there with Marco, and I'm confident that something will show up there. But he needs a little bit of a kick in the butt.
By Marco, do you mean from the Italian Pirates?
From the
or...
Italian Pirates, yes. He's working on it. He's just a little bit slow, so I've been checking in with him.
Okay, so he's drafting something. Do you know which stage he's in?
It's very early stage, but I will try to keep the board updated.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone has thoughts to share about the council meeting draft agenda? Anything to add? Retire? If not, we will proceed to vote to approve the draft. Okay, so yeah, please vote on line 143. Are you still with us, Carl? Only vote missing is yours. Do you need to discuss something?
Okay, we've got Kyle and Mark.
Okay, thank you, perfect. Oh yeah, Mark, I forgot you, my bad. Okay, so on to the next point, which is reporting on the activities of the board and its members. It's basically that we have to prepare reports
Mhm.
about specific things for the council meeting, and the motion will be to give responsibility of a task to someone.
Okay.
Would anyone be up to the task of preparing a draft of these reports?
I can
Which will
prepare a
be-
draft.
It will need to be submitted before February 6th.
Yeah, that's possible. I can do that.
Okay, so I'm putting your name in the motion.
Yeah. Especially since I will be in Brussels for an extended period of time. At the end of January and start of February. Where I've dedicated a fair bit of time to working on the board issues.
Okay. So unless anyone wants to add something,
What I could add, since we have a lot of people here, is that I will, between, well, the last week of January and mid-May this year, I will be traveling around Europe and meeting with pirate parties.
Bo, perhaps this is better to take as a separate point under any other business.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
okay. So
I can talk about the details under AOB.
yes, please.
But
Okay.
just so you
So-
guys are aware, we can
Yeah, we can discuss it
combine it.
under
with-
A or B. Yeah. So yeah, please vote on line 156 to approve having Sarah being responsible of the draft of this report, or not, if you don't want to approve. Okay, we are missing Marek. It is on line 156, Marek. Thank you. Okay, so now about the 2024 accounts. Just a reminder that we need to submit the annual accounts of 2024 2 weeks before the council. We discussed a previous version before. There is a document with a link you can access on line 167. And Alessandro, you confirm that that is the final one.
Yes, correct. That one is the final one.
Okay, so I will give a few minutes for everyone to review it, including myself.
Sorry, the link leads to a budget and not to annual accounts. Should there be another document that is called 2024 annual accounts that we should be looking at?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I forgot to. Yeah, you mean the. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, let me search because I'm in another computer, so I need some moments to upload it.
Sure, no problem.
So basically, this is the last the budget, the 2024 final, and yeah. Yeah, it's not here. Could you just move forward, because I'm looking for it and I'm not find it in this computer. So if you can move forward, I will be searching it.
All right. So should we do
Yeah,
the
I'm
board
writing down
the
the
next
lines,
point?
so we come back to that, and we're going to the 2025 budget.
Yeah.
So here again, we are set to adopt the proposal that we will submit to the council for the 2025 budget. You can access the proposal through the link. And same thing, I will give you a few minutes to read through before we can proceed. Okay, I have one quick question, Alessandro. The IT budget line,
Yeah.
is it like with a security margin, or are you confident that what we'll have to pay will be this much?
I don't think we have to pay this much.
Yeah, I say with a bit of security.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I also have a question.
Yep, go ahead.
Is this proposal deviating from the one that was agreed on at the last council meeting?
No, it should be exactly the same. If you go to, I mean, we can get through the minutes, but it should be 100% the same.
Didn't we change the amount for council meetings?
Let me check, because let me check.
Council meeting 2024. Actually,
Yeah, the one from November 2024 looks different. The IT service line is different.
So this is the meeting minute. And this is the tentative budget.
Yes, and as you can see, the numbers are not the same as in the proposal you now have. Is there a reason you're changing the numbers, or is that also a mix-up of files?
No, there is no reason. It's probably because I forgot to download the file and save it to my local. And now I uploaded from my local computer. So
could you confirm it just so that we're sure that we're voting for the right?
Yeah, I did. I changed the link. Yeah, you're correct. You're fine. I just changed the link. So let me just do this. Budget. This is the budget. Yeah. Just a second. Let me re-upload instead of the previous one. Here we go. All right. Yeah. This is the document now uploaded once again. Let's see. It should have the same name. So yeah, if you refresh the page and or click the link again in the minute, then it should be fine. Sorry for that.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, now it looks correct.
Yeah, it was because probably I downloaded in another place, so that's why.
Yeah, okay. So unless there are any further comments, we can formally approve on the 184.
Yes.
Okay.
We are missing only you, Alessandro, on line 184.
Yep. Coming.
Okay. Do you think we can go back to the 2024 annual accounts?
Not yet because I'm still searching, but in a while, yes, I will tell you when.
Okay, so we are pressing on to the 2025 work plan. This is an addition because it's up for discussion, of course. Technically, we're not supposed, well, we don't have to submit a work plan, but it will be good to like set a direction and a few guidelines for the coming year or the next. To some extent, there was some embryos of that shortly after summer, which were discussed. And here is a proposal to delegate drafting one to someone. So is there anyone who will be interested in drafting a work plan for the year 2025 to be presented first to the board and then to the council meeting?
I could do that at the same time at the end of January here when I'm in Brussels. Unless there's anyone else, of course, who would rather do it.
Are you confident you will have the time to do both?
Yep, I have dedicated several days to it, so I don't think it's going to take 2 weeks to write a proposal.
Okay. Fine by me. Anyone wants to discuss this further on? Okay, then we are approving on line 196. Well, we are deciding on line 196. We are missing only your name, Sarah.
Sorry about that.
Okay,
You should
thank
have
you.
everything.
Yeah. Now on to the potential preparatory meeting in view of the next council meeting. This will be a time and place, an online call to discuss matters related to the upcoming council meeting, to cut short to the discussions during the council meeting itself. So the proposal is to have someone arrange this meeting, and the results of this discussion will be brought to the board meeting ahead of the council meeting. Do you want to discuss the opportunity to do this, or do you want to? Is there someone who would like to volunteer for the task? Yamab?
Yes, I changed it from a specific date to between the 6th and the 13th, because that is basically the space that it could be arranged. So that gives some flexibility to whoever is delegated to do it. I think this would be super useful. I've had the feeling that people don't necessarily check these documents before the meeting unless they're encouraged to do so. And people ask questions after the meeting that should have been asked during the meeting because they don't really have the time to think about it during the meeting. So this would make the meeting run smoother. It would make the member parties more informed and ideally involved. And it would allow people to propose changes to the budget and work plan that the board can react to at the board meeting before, so that the board can actually think about proposals and incorporate them in the final product that is then voted on at the council meeting.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So who would like to volunteer for this task? And I will refuse any words from Sarah.
Excuse me, I missed a little bit of that.
Yeah, I will refuse you volunteering for this task.
If there's no board member able to organize it, I can happily organize it, but I will need board members to be present to answer questions. But I can be the one setting up the meeting and sending out the invite and all the practical things around it.
Okay. I can definitely be present.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Mab. I think that will be helpful, and I will most likely be around as well. So I'm getting Mab's name inside the proposal. Yeah, nice. Does anyone want to discuss this further on? Okay, in this case, we can vote on line 212, please. We are missing Kal and Marek. Are you still with us? We are on line 212.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, this point is closed. We have enough persons to have a decision. Can we go back to the subject of the 2024 annual accounts, Alessandro?
Not yet, because I found the document, but it's I have to reprint it. Just I mean, while you're there, I'm just working.
Okay. Okay, so now moving on to the next points. discussions without decisions. The first one is about what's happening with the ECI Stop Killing Games. I will give everyone a bit of time to read all of it, and then we will discuss if needed.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any clear ideological difference between the separate groups or the separate factions, or does it just seem to be a natural sort of fork of everything?
It is people don't getting along.
Okay.
Okay. So the suggestions and discussions further on are about what course of action we want to have. The suggestion is to collaborate with everyone who is active with us, as long as it stays on the content and the initiative itself. Does anyone wants to discuss this? Else, I feel like there would be a broad agreement. Sarah?
My my risk manager hat just makes me wonder a little bit about it. But I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, you guys have more experience than I do about dealing with this sort of stuff.
Infighting? Yeah, probably. Okay, so if everyone is okay with that, I will just write that we are in broad agreement with this line of action. On the point A on line 226. And then the second question, which is a bit more tricky, is how we can get the members to engage. And as a first IG, I would suggest that our job could be to make sure we feed them content directly, so they don't have a lot to do.
Yes, I think each local group will have their own issues that they want to focus on. But if we make things easy for them, for example, we provide ready-made materials, maybe even localized in their local language, and some suggested courses of action, such as how to spread the signature list among members. Excuse me. Just a moment, please.
Okay.
Sorry, I've had pneumonia for about 10 days. Makes it a bit difficult for me to talk.
Yeah, no
At
problem.
least,
Take your time.
yeah, at least I don't sound like Count Orlok in Nosferatu anymore. But okay.
Yeah, ready-made content.
Sorry. So maybe a list of suggested actions, and as much material as we can provide to make it easy for them.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, I need to
No problem.
deal with my voice here.
Yeah, if you prefer to type to intervene, no problem. Anyone else want to jump into discussions on this one? Yeah, Babak? I cannot hear you, I think, Babak.
Neither I can.
You are effectively unmuted, but I cannot hear you yet. Maybe it's a browser issue. I still cannot hear. I found that using Firefox usually solves my problems. Okay, yeah, I can hear you in a robotic voice though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's much better. Thank you. Floor is yours.
Hello? Good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's fine. Yeah, let's go. Go ahead. You did mute yourself. I hope it was intentional.
Babak, you've muted yourself.
Okay. So yeah, Babak, if you want to type, no problem. But yeah, we're paying attention to you now anyway.
Yeah, he's got some technical issues.
Yeah.
Maybe in the accounts, since that's ready now.
I would prefer to settle these points before going back. But yeah, let's wait a few seconds. So either he will try to talk again, or we will wait for his text message.
Sure.
Okay, Babak. Can you give us an update on your situation? Would you prefer to speak or type in the chat? Okay, well, in the end, I guess we are going back to the annual accounts on the chance that Babak will be able to solve the problem. So the point about the annual accounts is on line 160. Yeah, 161. So
Yeah,
please,
sorry for that. I was looking for the wrong file.
yeah. So now the link is working properly. Yeah, okay, so the layout is similar to the budget, but it represents the money which was spent effectively and received.
Yes, correct.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I had to change from Bluetooth to cable.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry.
So yeah, no problem. Please keep in mind your question for later. And now we will go ahead with the 2024 accounts. So yeah, on my part about the accounts, I don't
Okay,
have to
thank you.
remark. I think we already established that the difference in fee collections was because some member parties stopped existing somehow. Yeah, Alessandro?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you confirm again what was the reason for the lowest than anticipated fees collected?
It was basically for some parties that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, that's the reason.
Okay, anyone else has questions?
No, but I have two small suggestions.
Yeah.
That would be changing 2024 with annual accounts 2024 and current results with final results. And I can write them into the proposal because I think this will make it clearer for the council meeting exactly what the document is.
Yeah, for sure.
So rather than creating a new document now, we just add these changes to the proposal so that it can be included in the decision. And I'm doing that right now.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, sounds good to me. It's formatting change, so everyone can go ahead and cast their decision on line 171. Line 171 to confirm the annual accounts. Okay, Jan and Cal on line 171. Given the absence of movement, I will consider this point to be closed, and we are going back to resume our discussion on the ECI initiative. So Babak, now is the time.
Thank you. I was thinking about pushing the information that we have, not only making sure that they are information that the members can use, but in some kind of information push that they are not acknowledging the information that we do have it, because the biggest problem is normally that they have the information, they can use it, and not that there is information there. Are we prepared to do that in some kind?
Yeah, thank you for the question and good remark. I agree that making sure that the information is out there is the first step. And to some extent, what is currently possible to do is to push the information ourselves so we can pick it up through media. And we can also share what we have on the discourse to which they have access and which is public, and push it through the emails. As well as
Okay.
encourage them to join the ECI's networks. And if I remember correctly, the press release was sent by email, it was published on the discourse, it was published on our website, and the action may be missing is that it was not pushed in the socials of PPEU.
Okay.
Yes, Mab?
My assessment is that our member parties will have much better reach with their socials and their media contacts than what we have. And that is why I think the best thing we can do is to get our member parties to engage with the ECI. I also think that us providing information needs someone to do, and I'm not sure I will have the time for that. And I'm the one coordinating with the ECI. So I think once again, it would be us informing the parties of how to get the information from the ECI, because of course the ECI have videos, the ECI have promotion materials and so on. But I don't think we should be a bottleneck to provide it for them. I think it's more important that we get the members to engage independently with the ECI instead of having to go through us.
Okay, Sarah?
Thank you. Having worked a lot with at least my local party, and seeing the issues surrounding getting any kind of interaction or activity in relation to to the chat control campaign, I am not feeling very confident that it's going to be possible to get them involved unless we provide localized information. That is, we at the very least assist with translating the material that's available if it's not available in the local language. I can help to some degree with this during the time that I am in Brussels. And if Cal is also in Brussels, perhaps we could collaborate there a little bit. I'm not suggesting that we spend a huge amount of time, but we may need to, at the very least, provide a localized one-page summary or one-page flyer if we are to expect the local parties to take action.
Okay, thank you. Alessandro?
Yeah, I think I mean, it could be a great idea, Sarah, but actually, I think that translating is not an issue. Every single pirate, I hope,
It was in my party.
translating. It was
Yes.
your party.
Yeah, basically, nothing happened until me and a few others took the initiative to translate the materials and spread them locally. Before that, nobody took any initiatives at all.
I got the point. So maybe, yeah. Yes, Florian, please.
Yeah, I want to react that, yeah, the 2 points are not mutually exclusive. Some members might act on information alone. Of course, it's better to give them a push or to make their life easier with localized or ready to push content. And our goal here is not to have a decision, but I think we have both potential actions listed down, and I think we can move on unless someone wants to add something.
I think I've said everything I want to add.
Yeah, okay. I will take it as a sign to move on. Thank you for the discussion. And it's of course hard to get volunteers to do the work. And thank you, Mab, so far for having coordinated with them. Now on to our last big piece of the evening, and not the least. It's a discussion about the opportunity of setting up a secretariat or office of some sort and appointing someone to organize and activate it. I will give everyone a bit of time to read the background and the discussion from line 245. Okay, wrapping up, I will give the framing for the discussion. It's basically on us to informally agree on the path forward, which is to open a discussion from which a clearer course of action will be submitted to the board. The idea would be to appoint someone for the supervision and creation of the European Pirate Party office, which should, the idea would be that it should, I guess, how can I say, realize some tasks. It could be the translation of posts or going to discuss with member parties. Yeah, okay. Who wants to give us their ideas, feedback, suggestions, or any addition? Mab?
Yes, so I, of course, wrote this proposal. I think we've had, over the years, multiple discussions about how to build an organization. And we've also adopted different decisions on it. Apparently, we did one last year, but we've never given someone the task of actually doing it. And we'd rather have we've given mandate to individuals for different parts. So there's an IT responsible that was appointed years ago. There's been 2 different communications teams since, over the last 10 years. But no one has ever had overarching responsibility for all the volunteers. So instead of trying to build everything from scratch, my suggestion is that you find someone, appoint them Secretary General, because that's a fancy title, and then give them the mandate to build the organization as they see fit within the limits that you give them. And those limits would, relate to external representation and budget and so on. So everything is clearly defined what they can and can't do. So that there's no clarity of what is clearly the role of this person and what is only the role of the board. And of course, in everything, the board would be positioned over this person, but it would mimic the structure of most other political organizations on a similar level. And for full transparency, if I should have nothing else to do in the second part of this year, I might be tempted to apply for the position. Just so that that is out there. And as it's a volunteer position, it would not be an anywhere full-time position, and it wouldn't be paid in any form. That is my thinking.
Okay, thank you for the addition. Speech is to whoever between Alessandro and Sarah raised the hand first.
Alessandro raised his hand first.
Thanks, guys. So at the first sight, they look at me like let's reflect about yet another overhead layer and so on. But I have to admit that when Mab was speaking, my perspective changes quite a lot. So I'm kindly in favor, and I think it would be it could be a good opportunity to take something down to the ground. Thanks.
Thank you. Sarah?
Thank you. I've been involved in a lot of nonprofit organizations. The Pirate Party is the only political organization that I've been actively involved with as an adult. I was involved with some political organizations while I was a secondary school student, which scared me away from politics forever, essentially. And the Pirate Party has been the only thing I've been sort of the only political organization that I have experience with other than that. However, every single organization that I've been involved with has had this kind of structure. And most of them have been either with people who are interested in leadership or who are professionals. So professional managers or students who are studying business management or something similar, business leadership, project management, and so on. And in those organizations, these structures have always worked and worked quite well, especially since these kind of roles provide a platform for them to develop their skills and gain recognition. I think for this to work, we need to do something similar. For example, if we have someone who takes on the Secretary General position, that once this person's mandate expires, that it is possible for them to get some form of formal recognition. This can be as simple as just providing a document stating this person volunteered for one mandate period, 1 year, and conducted these tasks during that time. We're very happy with the person's contributions. This is something that I've seen lacking in the pirate world. I don't know if this is the case in other pirate parties, but this is just some of my own experience and some advice that I would like to give for ensuring that we actually get competent and driven people to take on this position, because it is very, very important. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I agree with the recognition stuff, something important in the restructure. I guess on the first level, it will function as in every other place. After you have the experience, you can list it in your CV as volunteering. And maybe we can come up with an idea of providing a formal document.
Yeah, the importance, it's more important to have the formal document than to have a reference available. I know that might sound a bit counterintuitive, but having something in writing like that, it's much more valuable than just telling someone, oh, you can put this on your CV afterwards. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if you know the student organization ISAC. I'll spell it for you in the chat, but they do this. Everything is documented. Every role that you can take on is written out in black and white with expectations. And when you take on that role, you can refer back to that document. And once you've done your volunteer project or your volunteer assignment, you get a piece of paper saying you've done this for Isaac. And at this point, Isaac is one of the best reputed student organizations in the world.
Yeah, okay. Well, these two things are not mutually exclusive anyway. But it's something to keep in mind. Does anyone was written down somewhere? Because I think it's something that will come up later on once we have a bit more of a structure in place. We can set up like some kind of reportings for sure, so we can track what's done. Does anyone has any more comments on the proposal and way forward? To first discuss, then draft the structure, the role, and finally submit it to the board and the council meeting?
If someone else is going to work on this, I'm happy to add it to the things that I plan to do while I'm in Brussels.
Everyone is invited to participate. It will be open and discourse. But I'm sure that people stepping up and coordinating the stuff will be appreciated. Yeah, okay. So the point is done. I will wait a few seconds for the minute taking. And then we will move on to the last point about Sarah going through Europe to meet some pirates.
Yep.
But not only.
No, it's not only. There are two reasons why I'm traveling. One is because I'm writing a book and I need some input from a range of different cultures. That's part of it. And some of you will probably have noticed that I'm asked to speak to local politicians about some of their experiences. This is primarily in the Czech Republic. So that has to do with my book. The second part is that I actually have some conference that I intend to attend. For example, in France, during the first weekend of May, there will be a conference about solar technology for cooking, for example. I used to attend this conference prior to the pandemic, and this is the first conference that is happening in Europe since the pandemic. But for all these trips, all these journeys that I'm taking, I want to combine that with a meeting with the local pirate party so that we can bring up issues and information from the PPEU so that the local pirates can see, who we are, ask questions, and find out a little bit more about, the projects that we're talking about. So the countries that I will be visiting that are confirmed are Brussels, Germany. So Brussels and Germany, I have all my tickets and accommodation already taken care of. Then we have Iceland, Norway. There is also Switzerland. I don't have a date for that yet, but Switzerland will be one of them. France, the Czech Republic, and Norway. I said Norway. There is also a chance that I might visit Finland again. I'm not sure yet. Since I have family in Finland, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go there. So I've written a list of which countries, well, I suppose Brussels is in the country, Belgium. Brussels specifically. So if you want to plan something specific or ask for something specific during that visit, please let me know. Either way, I'll be in Belgium from the 28th January to about the 10th of 10th to 12th, I'm not sure yet, of February. Then I am going straight from Belgium to Germany. So I'll be in Germany from the 12th of February to the 16th of February. And then I'll be going to Iceland at the end of February to the 6th of March. I'll be in Norway from the 6th of March to the 10th of March. Switzerland, I don't have a date for yet. France should be 20. I have to double check this. I think it's 24th of April to mid-May. I'm not entirely sure about the date yet. The Czech Republic, I don't have a date for right now. In Finland, I don't have a date for. But now you know. And if you want to talk more about what to do during my visit, please, send me a message. Any questions?
Thank you. All good by me.
Rise and fall of pirates. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you again, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add there. So now you guys know, and it's in the formal documents. And during the days that I am in Brussels, I will not only be working with pirate issues, but I will have dedicated time to work on board issues with the people that are in Brussels. Okay, I hope that helps. I don't have anything else to add. So I think we close the meeting there, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Meeting closed. 7:47.
Yes.
Thank
Wonderful.
you very much. Now
Thank
it's time
you,
to go to
thank
your
you.
children and eat.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Florian, and everyone. Bye.
Welcome. Meow.
All right. Bye for now.
Yeah. Thank you for joining, guys and guests. Thank you for the retransmission on YouTube. Take care and yeah, have a good evening. Ciao, ciao.